Oh. 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 Welcome to Meaningful Mornings. How many of you have a Instagram account by show of hands? Okay, and you're all following me, yes? Yes. Instagram has now updated its app with a feature called Take a Break. Many researchers, many publications have shared that those who use Instagram get lost. They lose their time. They lose their sense of security. And so this feature, Take a Break, you can install this on this app and set the setting at 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes. And Instagram will remind you after this period of time to close Instagram or to take a deep breath or to write something down or to go to a to-do list or to listen to a song. As I was reviewing what the options are to not look at Instagram, my mind immediately went to, this is a game of temporary. What's on Instagram is temporary. All of those who are watching right now, 24 hours from now, that recording will not be there. And the options are temporary too. Take a deep breath, listen to a song. Meaningful Mornings is a workshop that doesn't focus on the temporary, but rather the permanent. We are encouraging each other to find meaning, not outside, but inside. To be swatantra, which means to depend on oneself. And this is clearly seen through Gita. I cannot remember the exact date when we started this year, maybe January 10th or 11th. And we will complete this year on December 14th. Bhagavad Gita was as relevant in January of this year. It is equally relevant in December of this year and will be equally relevant forever. We are in a portion of Bhagavad Gita that is emphasizing the power of knowledge. For some of us, we cannot understand and appreciate this power, so I'm going to tell you a story. This is a long story that I'm going to condense into, remember those American commercials and the health hazards at the end where they talk fast? A guide was trying to train his disciple in the power of knowledge. And the disciple could not understand and appreciate this, but had faith in the guide. So one day in the monastery, the guide brings a seed and plants this in soil in a pot and shares with the disciple, we have a basket that we used to use for coal, for heating the monastery. Every day, I want you to use that basket with all of that coal dust, and I want you to water this seed in this soil, in this pot. And the disciple did. And the disciple didn't understand why this basket, all of the water keeps coming out, it takes so long. But the disciple did it. day after day, week after week. And after 1 month, the guide told the disciple, "Do you see anything different about the basket?" And that's when he realized that the basket that was covered in that coal dust was now completely clean. That's our minds if you're not connecting the dots. The yajnas, meaningful mornings, and so on. Our minds, which are manic right now. If I tell all of you, stop thinking, not possible. Our minds are being purified. Sanatana Dharma means infinite nature as a noun. I'm unable to understand and appreciate this. Sanatana Dharma as a verb means unchanging responsibility. Our unchanging responsibility is antakarana shuddhi, to purify the mind. And that's why terms like dharma are used, which means to integrate. Yoga, which means to unite. Yajna, which means to invoke. How powerfully all of this is connected. The purpose of our living that is leading us to life, when antakarana shuddhi is complete, that one's inner world, the inner doer is pure, then one can engage in ahankara tyaga. One can renounce the ego because one is clear and convinced and confident that they are not the ego, they are existence. Or sat, tat, lots of terms we've used. Karma, dravya, action, those are all synonyms, is not opposed to avidya, or ignorant, or ignoring. As an example, if I'm ignorant about the importance of snow tires, me exercising more is not going to help me understand the importance of snow tires, correct? See how action does not oppose ignorance? So all of the actions we engage in, they do help to purify one's sins, the feeling of separation, but they do not address the one who's enacting those sins, which is the sinner. Who is the sinner? The ego. In comparison, jnana, and there's no comparison. I also shared with you about dravya and karma. With jnana, which is knowledge, this is directly opposed to ignorance. If I read and I feel the importance of snow tires, then I'll engage in that. It is addressing very directly what is harming me. Let me give this to you in another example. I've also shared that jnana means to remember your infinite nature, to remember how to be happy. Another word for jnana is insight. Insight, when you feel what you now know. I have been a vegetarian for more than 30 years now, and I'm trying to be a better vegetarian in the sense of trying to become a vegan. in this journey, my own evolution, when I grew up, I used to eat frosted mini wheats. It's a cereal that's as if healthy and tasty. And one day when I was grocery shopping, I was looking at the ingredients and I saw gelatin. In frosted mini wheats, there is gelatin. Gelatin is made of, typically, animal bones, typically pigs. And that jnana, or remembrance, or insight, has caused me to stop buying frosted mini wheats. See, if I keep running around that grocery store, I will still buy frosted mini wheats. But that one jnana, knowledge, remembrance, insight, has completely changed what cereal I buy. Is everyone more in tune with the power of knowledge? And this is happening to you every day, all the time. We simply have to escalate this to the fundamental forgetfulness, forgetting our infinite nature. Verse 34 was about having faith in your guide. We're now continuing to another epic verse. With chapter 4, we can just keep on studying this again and again and again. Verse 39 is about having faith in your map. Shraddhavan labate jnanam tatpara samyatendriyaha jnanam labdva param shantim achirena gacchati. Labate jnanam. Gaining knowledge, remembering knowledge, feeling this insight. How? Shraddhavan. This happens when one has faith. In Sanskrit, the word for faith is shraddha. The etymology of this word, shrad, means infinity. Dha means to hold on to. Shraddha is to hold on to infinity, or whatever your purpose is. For us, it is infinity, sanatana, etc. What else? Because faith can be abstract. How does this express? Tatparaha. Tatparaha means to be devoted to infinity, and some yatindriyaha, which means directed. That your lifestyle, your equipments are directed towards this infinity. These are to be practiced sequentially. Those who have faith will be devoted. If you don't have faith in your business partner, are you going to be devoted to them? And if you're devoted, naturally everything about you will be directed to what you're devoted to what you have faith in. Agreed? Most practical. Then, jnanam labdhva param shantim. If this is all checked off, the faith, the devotion, the direction, then having this knowledge, feeling this knowledge, will be equivalent to param shantim. Infinite peace, indescribable peace, incomparable peace. A peace that is lasting. Rest. Shall I go on with synonyms? I had shared with all of you, chapter 2 focuses on karma yoga times 1, magnification. Chapter 3, times 10. Chapter 4, times 100. What Sri Krishna is sharing is when one knows their nature is infinite, they don't have to act anymore. Do you know what the fulfillment of karma yoga is? No karma yoga. No more uniting because you're united. No more karma because you don't have any desires or incompleteness. Then any action that comes from you will not be an acting for fulfillment, but an acting out of fulfillment. When will this happen, Shri Krishna? I need it now. Achirenadi gacchati. This will be experienced achirena. In a previous verse, it was kalena, which means in good time. Achirena means the same. The implication here is this is not a secular pursuit, that this is going to be timed. Chapter 4, still not enlightened. Chapter 5, still not enlightened. There's a problem with Bhagavad Gita, I think. It is all based on your steadiness, your sincerity. And that's why I gave you a phrase yesterday, a mantra, Hari Icha. You keep thinking it, you keep saying it, you keep acting it out. That sincerity is natural then. I have much more to share about this incredible verse. You keep reflecting. I'll share more tomorrow. To application. Your application from yesterday was to read the application from the day before, which was to write about Bhagavad Gita in meaningful mornings in our community. How many of you have read the reflections by show of hands? Those who have not, I'm going to share with you a highlight reel. Vignesh from Baltimore shared, Bhagavad Gita is about social justice. What an insight. I've never thought about this, but what the Mahabharata war is about. Social justice. Brinda from media has shared, without the right intention, whatever actions we're doing are useless. Hence, meaningful mornings. Sudarshan from Chantilly has shared, what we do in 15 minutes is we explore not just the literal, not just the philosophical, but also the practical aspects of Bhagavad Gita. That is a lot in 15 minutes. Ranjani from Detroit has shared, I pray, I'm reading her exact words, I pray that all of us live the Gita. What an awesome prayer, correct? It's not, I pray that my sons get a great spouse. I pray that we all live the Gita. Alpa from Nairobi has shared, on the upcoming auspicious occasion of Gita Jayanti, I would like to express my gratitude to Gita Mata and Shri Krishna for allowing us to embark on Sri Vivekji's Nauka, to cross over the ocean of Maya and alight with the flame of knowledge at the shores of Sat Chit Ananda. Meena from Boston has shared, no teaching can be better because no teacher, as in Shri Krishna, knows us better. And Jagriti from Tampa, she shared a very unique perspective. She said, others have noticed her pregnant glow. She is not physically pregnant. Her 2 children are in high school and older. But that feeling of Shri Krishna being inside of one. You have the same application for this morning. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be safe, be sound, be serene, be happiness.